Here on Pegcity Soundoff on a Saturday night. A great time for music tonight. Actually, a lot going on in the city of Winnipeg. But as we're always talking about, we got some great bands here in Winnipeg, and that does extend out through Manitoba as well. So we're here to talk some Manitoba music today with a fantastic band, Friday Night Rebels. How are you guys doing?
Well, thank you, Thomas.
Thank you for asking.
Awesome. Great to have you out here, all five of you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Before we do get started, I want to mention the sponsor of the month as well. You can see the awesome artwork beside me there from Little Gallery of Big Messes. So that's from Mark Humphrey, selling t-shirts, selling artwork. He has got a big show coming up on Saturday next week. So next 7 days from now, sorry, at Bulldog Event Center. So that's on March 28th. Going to be some awesome poetry there. Kayla Wilding's going to be there from Shit Happens. Sorry, I'm getting that wrong. And we're going to have Bo Turner there as well doing poetry. So it's going to be an awesome event. Get down there to the Bulldog Event Center. And also the sponsor of the year is always CDL Architecture and Cladding. So we always want to make sure we mention them. Over 50 years of experience in architecture. They're doing some big projects right now. So anyone interested in getting some big projects done, you can reach out to them, check out their website. So as I said, you guys not from Winnipeg, but you are from Manitoba. Pardon me, Manitoba. I believe you're out of Waterhen, Manitoba, if I saw right.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
About 3.5 hours north.
That is awesome. Well, maybe just for people who haven't heard of the band before, maybe you can introduce everybody, or just kind of give us a bit of an introduction to the band. Sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah. We basically started off here in the basement. We were friends who got together playing music. We have Jordan here, who is our drummer, Jordan Popovich. I am Kate Osman. I play multiple things: keys, ukulele, tambourine, all that stuff, vocals.
Sings, yeah.
This is Tom Brennan. He is singer, bass player, guitar player, fiddle player. He can do it all. And he's actually the writer of our last song, Bird Dog.
Awesome.
We have Wayne Goodwin over here, who's wrote a couple of our songs as well. Sings, plays guitar, bass, yeah. All of the above as well.
Multi-talented, definitely.
Yeah, he's our big talent here. We have Blaine Catchaway over here on guitar, vocals. He's done bass. He also wrote 3 of our songs and sang them as well.
Awesome.
And we're Friday Night Rebels.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And I think you had a birthday recently too, so happy birthday as well.
Yes,
Big 4-0.
happy birthday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
40?
No, absolutely not. I'm happy you didn't ask me to guess, because I would have got it all. Would have been flattered, I'm sure, though. You would have been flattered, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you mentioned your single Bird Dog. I want to talk to you about that a little bit later in the interview. That was the big reason that I wanted to have you guys on, to kind of anyone who wasn't familiar with that song or familiar with you guys from Winnipeg, or anyone who just watches the podcast, to kind of get that single out there. It is a great song, definitely. I saw, though, that you were recently at the Fire and Frost Festival. How was that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah. They,
awesome.
Lake House, very, very great hosts. They fed us and put us up. And the crowd that came from 6 years old to 86 years old. You know,
Yeah.
Everyone.
That's awesome.
Lots of feet stomping, and we were able to get all our gear in and really put on a rock show. So it was a pile of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Great crowd too. Awesome people out there.
I was going to ask, how was the crowd? That's awesome.
Really good. And a lot of them were only saw us for the first time, and they were up and having fun. It was great.
Actually, a pretty famous Canadian actress was there, actually. Showbiz Liz Taylor.
Liz Taylor.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
She took a couple of videos of us and posted them on Instagram, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Big time, baby.
We were a
that's
little
wicked.
after
Yeah.
that.
She was on the show with the boys. I don't know if you heard of it on Prime.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. When she
that's wicked. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was awesome.
Yeah, lots of fun. And everything was really well received. We went back in the morning to get our gear. And one of the waitresses said, "Oh, I thought we had you guys for 2 nights." So that's always a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, did she really think that, or she was just trying to convince you? Maybe I was pretty sure we had you for 2 nights.
I don't think it would have taken much to convince us,
no.
but no, they were booked for a different band.
Awesome. And you mentioned your Instagram account. I was going to mention that as well. You guys are a great follow on social media. So for anybody watching the podcast or the interview, definitely check you guys out on whether it's Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is. You guys are a great follow for sure. So talk about starting the band, if you don't mind, or how the band got started.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Waterhead is a tiny.
That's either how bands broke up or how bands started, right?
Right?
So Katie and I lived together, and it kind of during COVID we had our own little personal bubble here. Waterhead's tiny, so the five of us kind of started getting together and playing music, and Wayne and I worked at the same place, so we kind of got to know each other, and it worked out really nicely. And then we moved Jordan's drums into the basement, and I went out and bought a bass rig. I'd never really played bass in a band before, but it came down to we need a bass player, so
Yeah.
that happened.
Fair enough. Out of necessity.
Yeah. And then Blaine, you joined a little after.
Yeah, I knew Jordan like most of my life. Like we also works at the store locally here, and we go there a lot, and kind of just like connected through there, and I started.
The store. That's how small
store,
Waterhead is.
Yeah. That's how you know, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Invited you down here, and it was all fell in place after that.
I feel like we all just kind of got together and just realized how good we were at making music together, honestly.
Yeah.
Stages in this whole
Yeah.
process.
We've had multiple names. We've had multiple stages.
We started as a tragically hip cover band, so we called ourselves the Hip Replacements.
Okay, there you go. I like that.
And then we branched out from there and called ourselves Rubber Arm for a while until we found out there was actually another band that was verified called Rubber Arm. So we
ended up
switched
here.
that and landed on Friday Night Rebels because we always get together on Fridays and make music.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of just the rest is history, as they say.
It sounds like it definitely works. And you had a jam session the other night, I think, on Friday. I'm assuming that's a tradition then. How did that go?
Yeah.
That's a tradition of ours now.
Yeah. Awesome.
It was good. I just got off a 3-day music jamboree with my music students, and so my hands were pretty shot. But
Yeah.
we played for a couple hours.
Yeah, we all work during the week, and like Friday night is like kind of the best time for us to get together.
Yeah.
For sure.
Compressed time after the hard week of work.
Yeah. And with 5 people, anytime you can find that one solid night every week, that's really good then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you mentioned the hip. That was another question I was going to ask. Is what were some cover bands you were covering or songs that you were covering beforehand, or just what are some of your inspirations, even for your own like writing your original music?
Yeah. Lots of Canadian music, I feel like.
Yeah, lots of tragically hip, and we started acoustic, and then brought Jordan in, and needed to.
He was too loud. So
Yeah,
He was too loud.
Necessity of the mother of invention, so we swapped over to electric mostly. But yeah, a lot of tragically hip, Blue Rodeo.
Yeah.
we are all over the board.
CCR, like
Yeah.
that vibe. Yeah.
We have over 100 covers, and they're all over the place.
Awesome.
Yeah. Katie sings "Dreams" by Fleetwood Mac really well.
Oh, nice. That's probably wicked. Yeah.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, "Honky Tonk Woman." You know? Katie hates that song.
Not saying anything here.
So you don't ask when you put that one on the set list. You just kind of sneak it in.
Do my best.
I run away then.
I actually live in the reserve, like 10 minutes like north from here, called Scoundrel First Nation too. But like we all pretty much the same community, but also like Indigenous people like their country music, they like rap music and pop music. So I kind of brought all that genre here too, like a little bit of Akon and a little bit of
For sure.
like rap songs in there, like Eminem. I think I tried before, and a lot of CCR.
Yep.
A lot of
CCR.
there's some Indigenous artists too, like Ernest Mona. And Chester Knight, and once any song I play, like they can follow along no problem. So.
Yeah. And especially with the rap songs, you can really put a different spin on it, I would imagine, with how many people and how many different instruments you have and everything.
That's
Absolutely.
right, yeah. Give
Yeah.
them
Rap
a
rock.
different feel.
It's rap rock, yeah. We have
Yeah.
Blaine, and Blaine has no say in it because it's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it just happens.
And I haven't heard you playing covers, but that's another thing you do really well in your originals would be harmonies that you can kind of add to the rap songs as well, or hip hop or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It helps out, kind of fills it all out.
I kind of had some original like rap songs that I did on the computer, and
Okay.
like, this band kind of like rockified those songs, and harmonies. Kate does a really good harmony, Tom, and adding the bass and the drums, it just all makes it sound more fuller, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Gives it, yeah, a bigger sound. Absolutely. Awesome. So last August 2025, you guys released some original music. You released your Midlife Crisis EP. I definitely want to talk about that. You have some great songs on there. I don't know if you have any stories from writing some of those songs, or just from writing the album in general, or naming the album, anything like that. But I definitely wanted to go over that as well.
The naming is.
Who wants to take that one?
Yeah. Well, one of the tracks on there is "Same Old Thing." It was
Mhm.
actually was created here in this basement, actually.
Awesome. Great song.
I was messing around with a riff,
Yeah.
like I was playing something on messing around the guitar, and then Jordan was asking, "Where's that from?" I was like, "I'm just messing around," and then I started playing it some more, and then Wayne was actually the one who said it kind of sounds like "Same Old Thing."
Yeah.
And then I just kind of like.
I think by the end of the night, we pretty much had it.
We did, yeah.
That's right. Like the song pretty much wrote itself after that. Like
Yeah.
about that song, it's about like personal growth, like changing from your old ways to making a better life for yourself, making better choices and whatnot. That's what that song kind of wraps around, and we kind of all had our own picture of that song too. So I just want to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great tune for sure.
Yeah. And then Blaine, you wrote Fantasy and Dance Floor Queen before we got together.
Okay.
Yeah, Dance Floor Queen was actually my very first song I ever wrote and ever tried like making on the kind of like a hip hop rap beat on the computer, like with the mic and using FL Studio, and also Fantasy too. But both of those songs, they were both kind of a hit. Maybe Dance Floor Queen is more of a hit, and so we just like decided to use those songs and like add chords to them, add a bass line to them, add a drum line, and the
Rap
harmonies.
rock. You rap rock them.
Rap
Yeah.
rock, pretty much, yeah. We Friday Night Rebel did.
That's a
Exactly.
good example of how we changed Blaine's music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do see on Dance Floor Queen, it says Blazane's version, and that's
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That was my stage name, like my rap name was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From before, yeah.
So that was. Oh, so go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I started that name like maybe 2011, 2012, and I was just like trying to think of a alternate name for myself, and and that actually how that name came about. My twin brother, I have a twin brother, and he had a burnt CD called Shazane, and it's
Okay.
and on the CD it says Shazane's Hot Mix or something like
No.
that.
Yeah, we all used to have those burnt CDs for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had a stack of them.
Truck.
That's where the thing came about, and that's a little bit of history there, I guess.
That's really cool. So you kind of just mentioned it, but yeah, did those songs change a lot then from when they were written before? Obviously, the band had formed and bringing them into the band.
For sure, I like like with the band.
Oh, stop.
Bringing our own with, I guess, and
Yeah.
brings it more fuller sound. Like I think this is the sound I was looking for. Was like what it is now. So.
Yeah. Well, it sounds fantastic. I'd have to agree with that for sure. So the way that I had discovered you guys was I was listening to Spotify. I listen to a lot of local music here, and the Midlife Crisis EP came up just as like one of the suggestions or whatever it is that Spotify's doing with the algorithm there.
Yeah.
But did you know when you had first written that album, worked on those songs, that Head Games would be one of the fan favorites for it, or maybe from playing it live you knew that? Because that seems to be one of your more popular songs with people listening to it. The album.
Right away, once Wayne brought it about, I was like, "This is gonna be a freaking hit." Man.
We kind of knew instantly that was going to be very fitting because it is so relatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so musically, like
The
theatrical.
guitar riff
almost.
is super catchy. And I think
Yeah.
right off
For sure.
right off the top, you get hit with that guitar riff.
Yeah.
I hear a lot Linkin Park sort of
Yeah.
vibes in it, which I like.
Yeah.
I remember when he came with it, I just remember like he came to a jam. This is written by Wayne, by the way.
Okay.
He came to a jam with it, and I remember just like getting so emotional when he was singing it. And that's kind of where like the guitar and that harmony, I guess, with the guitar came out and everything. It was just such an emotional feel. So I think we did always, I just wanted to scream because I was in my head. I just wanted to,
Yeah.
yeah. So it kind of did come together like that. But yeah, no, Wayne brought it. He wrote, and instantly we were like, this is amazing, Wayne. Like,
I also think that song was mostly the reason why we're like, we need to start recording and we need to get this.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where the No Fun Club comes in.
yeah,
Have nothing but amazing things to say about that place.
yeah.
Best studio in Winnipeg, hands down.
Well, if you're the one
Awesome.
we
Yeah.
went to,
Shout out to No Fun
Yeah.
Club.
But yeah, it's
But
world
yeah,
class.
no, yeah.
Yeah. I get a kick out of the fact fantasy. We were all like, "Oh man, fantasy's gonna be a banger. Everyone's gonna love fantasy," and it's just been last place in listens the whole time. I get such a kick out of
I thought
it.
the same thing.
We all
Bird
thought
Dog's
fantasy
almost past it already.
I know.
Yeah, I think I asked that question a lot, but I always like to ask that question: what people like, what a band thought going into writing an EP or releasing an EP. If you thought a certain song would be a hit, or which song you would. I'm always fascinated by that.
Yeah, totally thought fantasy was gonna be our number one. Like,
Definitely didn't think it was going to be on the bottom.
Just because
Yeah.
like the fiddle gives like a different feel, like with to the
Yeah.
song. Like it's very rare you see a fiddle on a
rock song like
It
that.
honestly
pretty much.
makes me feel a little bit of literal fantasy vibes though too.
Yeah,
I'm like, if I had an instrumental of that, I'd be listening to that while I read.
yeah.
Yeah.
nerd.
Huh.
Credits.
Yeah, I would say all the songs do a really good job of kind of bringing you in, or kind of like you said with Head Games, it's very very relatable song. Whether you're relating it from one side of the coin or the other, definitely something, and it seems like people are connecting with it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
And while
Yeah.
we're still talking about the EP, I also, one of my favorites would be F&R is a really fun song. I can imagine hearing that one live, especially. That'll get people moving. I wanted to ask about that one as well.
All right, Wayne.
Wayne is the mastermind
Well,
behind that.
Head Games, I wrote in my room in one night, brought it here for the next jam, and it just came together very fast. But Tom, for F&R, Tom was doing a bass line, and me and Jordan were like, wow, that's pretty funky. And then we just continued on with it,
Yeah.
got it musically down probably that very night,
Yeah.
took it home, wrote the lyrics to it, pretty simple lyrics, pretty easy to write, and other song that came together very fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's our second place song right now. Eh?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a really fun song for sure. I'd like to hear that one live, especially sometime. I can imagine that gets people moving for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We do use that song as kind of like an introduction when we do shows too.
Yeah.
We get to introduce ourselves.
It's one of those songs that sound as good live as it does on the recording. We just nail it every time.
It's almost natural to
Yeah.
us now.
Played it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it sounds great. No, for sure.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, that EP was the first thing I heard. Head Games, I think, was the first song that I listened to. Fantastic song. The second song I listened to, though, was Bird Dog, your newest single that you released at the end of January. Really love that song. One thing I'll say about that song, just from all the bands that I listened to in Winnipeg, that song really would fit in with a lot of the bands that we have here in Winnipeg. Just the sound of that song, I can hear kind of other bands we have here, or just that it would fit in, you know what I mean, on being on a lineup with them or something like that. But I did hear that, I think I read, sorry, that there was a personal story behind writing Bird Dog. So I wanted to ask Tom about that as well.
Yeah, so last summer I took my motorcycle and drove to, my mom lives in Quebec, just across the Ottawa River in Chelsea. So one of my sisters is from Great Britain and one of my other sisters lives in the Netherlands, and they were both coming home and I wanted to be there to visit. So first I looked up flights and they were astronomical, and
Yeah.
it's like 17 liters per 100 kilometers, so that was out of the question. I said, well, I guess I'm going to drive my motorcycle. And so I slapped, I got a little 500cc Honda Rebel, funny enough. And so I slapped my dry sack on the back with my sleeping bag and took off from Waterhen and took the Trans-Canada right across. And it was a blast. It was my second big long trip on my bike, so that was cool. And I don't know if you've driven the Trans-Canada through Ontario, but it sucks. It's long and slow, and 2-lane highway where it's 90 kilometers an hour, which is Canada's main artery. It's just silly. So here I'm driving along, and I don't have cruise control, and I'd want to go fast, and I'd have to kind of put myself in timeout behind someone who was doing the speed limit, or else I was going to get ticketed.
Yeah.
And I'd wait for someone to fly past me, and then I'd get in behind them, and they would be my bird dog. So they would flush out the police for me, so I wouldn't get ticketed.
In theory.
Yeah. Speeding's bad. Speeding's bad, everybody. But no, I just as I was cruising along behind one vehicle, and I said, "Oh, there's my bird dog," and then it just kind of came, bird dog running out in front of me. And pretty much by the time I hit my campsite that night, I had a song down, and it just going through my head, it was just a simple 3-chord banger, kind of an earworm that everyone can listen to. And yeah, turns out it takes $93 worth of gas to get from Waterhead, Manitoba to Chelsea, Quebec on a motorcycle. That's
nice.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it just kind of came out of that, and then I got home and picked up the guitar, and I played the chords, and this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And then that little two-note bird dog down, when we're recording it, I'd be standing there with the electric guitar, and everyone would be singing, and that's all I would do with the electric guitar until the solo, just that during the chorus.
Yeah.
But it kind of tied everything together really well, and I was trying it with the Telecaster, and it didn't really sound right, but Wayne's got this cool old Yamaha. What is that thing?
It's an AES 620.
Yeah, like a 13-pound guitar. It's a brute. And the humbuckers are what made it. So I just, my amp liked it, and we went with that. And
I really like this guitar solo on that song.
Absolutely.
I still don't think I'm cool enough to play electric guitar. I grew up playing classical violin, so it's like,
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's essentially it. I was somewhere along the northern shore of Lake Superior, following people that were going faster than I was.
Yeah.
Song popped into my head. My dad used to say bird dog all the time. I've heard other people call that car a
Seems
rabbit.
to be different in different provinces.
Yeah, exactly.
But my old man always called it the bird dog, so it just kind of.
I knew what that vehicle was. I just didn't know there was an actual slang for that name.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard bird dog before, but yeah, like you listen to the song, like with all the other songs, you listen to it and you kind of get the picture right away for sure. Like it's easy to understand. Definitely, it's simple that way.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
yeah.
I definitely recommend anybody who has not heard it, go after this interview's done, go check out Spotify or maybe a YouTube, if not wherever, and check it out. It's a very catchy song. Really good song, definitely.
Hey, it'll only take 2 minutes and 50 seconds of your life, too.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you'll be hooked. You'll be a fan for sure.
We're hoping it'll be very radio friendly. We've got it playing on Countin Radio, right? They're playing it.
Yeah.
So the reserve just north of us has their own radio station, 98.7 FM.
Okay.
And they're playing it.
Yeah, they're also online too. They have an online radio link and stuff like that for online.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's always cool to check out different local radio stations or different areas like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Manitoba is rich with talent when it comes to music. So yeah, you can always find something else. Do you have any other songs that you're working on at the moment? Obviously, you just released Bird Dog. You wanna you want to let that breathe? You want to kind of give that its time right now. But is there anything else that you're working on as well, or?
Yeah,
We're heading to the studio actually April 3rd.
April 3rd and 4th, we're heading
I'm
back to No
like-
Fun
Oh,
Club.
soon. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be back in the studio.
Another
Back to No Fun Club, or?
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll
Yep.
be back. No fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, the other one. Do we want to tell anything about it or let it?
Tom wrote another song, so
And it's very emotional. There's keyboard, piano in it.
No, nice.
And it's very relatable to kind of some things that are happening right now in the world. So it's a very emotional song.
Very bluesy rock.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that'll be wicked then. Okay. Well, like I said earlier, check you guys out on everyone checking out on socials, and I'm sure as soon as it's announced, it'll be there, and you can go check it out on Spotify or something afterwards.
Yeah.
Also, I think I have a couple songs ready to go, and there's a song that Katie's going to be releasing in the future too. So, yeah.
and I have another one.
Wicked.
We have lots of
We have
songs.
lots of songs that we want to record in the next while. So
We're
keep
trying to be
listening, please.
strategic with the releases every 3 days.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something you got to do. Like, is that something you're more interested in doing right now? Is releasing singles, or doing one song at a time and kind of leading up to an EP, or maybe only releasing singles? Or
I feel like for the first little while, we kind of thought more singles, I think. Like,
It's a strategy we're trying.
and then in the next probably year or a bit, hopefully bringing something together for an album.
I keep saying we should just go straight to greatest hits album.
there you go.
But yeah, it's kind of still up in the air, but we've kind of thought singles for the first while.
We could do another EP right now, but I think we did that already. And
time-wise,
Bird Dog really seems to be getting some traction because of
Absolutely.
the focusing on one song.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I mean, obviously, there's all different ways with like anything with art or music. There's all different ways of releasing it, but especially with a great single like that, I would agree. Let that song breathe. Give it its time. Give it some space to kind of be its own thing and see how far it can go. Right.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. And we.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say we mentioned earlier that you guys get together on Fridays to do your jam sessions every week. Do you have time outside of that to kind of get all 5 of you together, or what kind of things are you doing if you're able to spend some time together in Waterhen there?
Yeah, we try to get together at least another time during the week. We're trying so hard to do like more band bonding on different.
Sure.
We
Field
are
trips.
very
Media days. We do.
Yeah.
We got other things to do.
Yeah.
They got a cabin and a sauna too.
So we kind of do some self-care time over there. But yeah, no,
cucumbers on the eyes.
we're very busy during the week usually, so we'll try and get together one more time during the week for like media and just getting together and kind of deciding what we want to do next. So
Yeah.
If we've got a gig lined up, it's just we book that day off and we're good.
yeah.
And also, like when we're in Winnipeg, like at the No Fun Club, like
Mhm.
we went bowling there. I think
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time. That was
Great
fun.
time. Great time.
Like we're trying to find activities to do together too for some
Yeah.
band bonding as well.
Yeah.
And we're all best friends, so I think
Yeah.
it helps. So,
Pretty easy.
We're pretty
yeah,
much
pretty
family,
easy.
so
Yeah.
Blaine and I went
Yeah.
deer hunting together this fall. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Sure, forget about me. I went and sat in that tree stand.
Oh yeah, you came with me too. Yeah, Jordan came,
Hours.
froze with me in the tree stand too. Sorry, buddy.
yeah.
Looking for deer. I don't think there's really moose around here.
Well, if you see him, you don't tell anyone.
Yeah. Obviously, we're between winter and summer right now. We're not quite into spring yet, but probably have some really good fishing down there, I'd imagine as well.
Oh, yeah,
Amazing.
there is.
Don't tell anyone that.
No, hypothetically speaking, I just.
It's the Waterhen River is really
Yeah.
really a treat. It's a gem. We got great walleye fishing. There's lots
Yeah,
of
that's wicked.
suckers that come up and jackfish and drum.
Mm.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a good supper one evening.
Yeah.
I can imagine, yeah. Do you have any like stories about catching a super big fish or master angler or anything like that with walleye or?
Yeah, I've caught a few masters. Just
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like a 31 incher, and we've got a couple right off the shore too. And now where our dock goes in, literally you just like drop a bottom bouncer right off the dock. Don't even cast it, just drop it down. Go have a sauna, come out 20 minutes later, and there's a fish on.
Mhm.
Awesome. Wow, that sounds great.
We're spoiled, yeah.
For
King
sure.
gun for my birthday this year, so gonna try my hand at that this spring.
One thing you got to know about Tom, he's very adventurous, and we worry about him.
Well, at least he's responsible enough to wait for somebody else to speed before he starts speeding. So,
Yeah, right.
See, I'm responsible.
strategic, whichever word you want to use.
Yeah, that's right.
There was actually a fishing derby in our community not too long ago, and years before, Tom actually won a fishing derby. Like at
Yeah.
Second, I got second.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
10 grand, like that's
Yeah,
something
the
to be proud
derbies
about.
up north here. Really good.
That's wicked. There you go. The funding going right to the No Fun Club right there. That's awesome.
That one went to my student loans.
Oh, there you go. See, he's strategic. I'm telling you, that's the vibe I'm getting here.
Yeah, see, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's been awesome talking to you guys. Is there anything else you wanted to go over before we kind of wrap things up here?
I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Wes,
This is
and
a first.
all listeners, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is
Wicked.
our nice. And please check us out on everything: Instagram, Facebook,
Absolutely.
Apple Music,
Music,
all the
Spotify,
things.
yeah.
Spotify.
YouTube music.
Yeah, and we're open for gigs. You know, if
Yeah.
anyone's interested, just shoot us a message on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, I think we're looking to connect more with people in Winnipeg too, possibly for gigs or like even
For sure.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. So
Yeah, we got tons of great venues out here, even more great bands, definitely. So, and like I said, there's you definitely would fit in with lots of them, but there's a few I can specifically think of that you'd be great to line up with. Car 287 would be a great example. They even have a song called Road Rage Letty is what it's called, but I thought of it as soon as I was listening to Bird Dog. It kind of sounded like the guy driving past in front of you there that you're able to follow. So I thought that was a good spot on.
cool.
Card 287, you said?
Yeah, Car 287. I actually just saw them last night. I was seeing them down at a great venue that we have here called Side Stage in Osborne.
Yes.
But,
I love it.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I will definitely let them know. They'll end up watching this episode, I'm sure, but especially Terry from there will watch. But I will let them know about you guys. And anybody who's listening, like I said, thanks for checking us out here. But go check out Bird Dog at the very least after this. It's still early in the night. Great time to listen to music. And it's a fantastic single for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Awesome. Great talking to you guys.
Yeah, great talking to you too.
Take care. Cheers.
Thank you. Oh, and before I forget, sorry, anyone who's got anything or doesn't have anything to do tonight or they're looking to get out in Winnipeg, The Handsome Daughter has a great show that is starting literally right now, I think, with Until Defeat and Phantom Killing and Interfere, I believe is the other one. So go check out The Handsome Daughter before we let you go here. But yeah, thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.